So in my very last video, I talked all about sort of the idea of obesity, right? And we saw it was kind of quite a big problem in the UK. So within this video, I really want to talk about the ways where we might measure body composition. And can we get an accurate picture for ourselves and for others about whether we may or may not be of a good, healthy weight, of an overweightness, or even of obesity weight. And I'm going to show you some calculations earlier, which I think will actually really equip you and help you to think about your own weight management, if that is indeed necessary. For many of you, it will not be. But before I get onto the notion of body mass index, which is what I'm going to spend quite a lot of time talking about in this particular video, I just want to very quickly reference three alternative methods you've got of actually measuring one's own body mass. The first one here is what we would describe as hydrostatic weighing. Hydrostatic weighing. So this is not a film out of the this is not a scene out of the first Jaws film where one of the actors gets sent down into a tank into the sea to protect him from that massive shark. But instead, what has happened here is that this chap who's going into the water, he has previously been provided with what we might refer to as a dry weight. Okay, a dry weight. And once he's got that dry weight, I don't know, let's say that he's 90 kilos for argument's sake, he's then put into this frame, he's then submerged in the water completely. And whatever weight he's now applying to that measure, that scale, will give him his underwater weight. And all you do is you get your dry weight and you take away your underwater weight, and it gives you the total mass of the fat of your body. Okay? And the reason it does that is because fat is less dense than water. So as soon as this person is submerged into this fluid, the fat of his body is essentially going to float. It's going to be, if you like, weightless. So the difference between the two weights gives a total reading of how much the mass of his body fat is, and then you can work that out as a percentage of his entire body weight. And that is, by the way, a very accurate measure of body mass, okay, or body composition. So that is a good way, that hydrostatic weight. Of course, it's not that straightforward because it needs some fairly complicated equipment to actually go about doing it. So there are simpler methods. These here are what we call calipers, and they measure the thickness of something we call subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous, by the way, just simply means below the skin. And what we do is, as you can see in this example here, in this rather impressive torso that this chap has got, is that the calipers specifically measure how much